Assalamu alaikum. This is the Principles of Microeconomics course directed to first year groups G, L, M, O, R, and T. Let's solve some applications related to the second topic, which is the demand. First, state whether the following sentences are true or false. Number 1. People buy more of good one when the price of good two rises. These goods are complements. This sentence is false. Why? Because when we have two goods which are complements, it means that we are consuming these goods together by a certain proportion. In this case, when two goods are complements, people will buy more of good one when the price of good two decreases, not rises or not increases. While people buy more of good one when the price of good two rises, in this case, these goods are substitutes, not complements. So the correction of this sentence is that people buy more of good one when the price of good two rises. These goods are substitutes. Number 2, economist refers to the relationship that a higher price leads to a lower quantity demanded as the demand law. This sentence is true because the demand law states that when the price of a product increases or rises, the quantity demanded of that product would decrease, or when the price of the product change, the quantity demand of the same product would change in the opposite direction. Number 3, when the quantity demanded decreases in the response to a rise in the price, the demand curve shifts to the right. This sentence is false. Why? Because when the price rises, for example, from 1 to 2 pounds, according to this graph, we find that the quantity demanded would decreases from 18 units to 16 units, and here we are moving along the same demand curve from point A to point B, and this is called a change in the quantity demanded. So when the quantity demanded decreases in response to rise in the price level, we are not shifting the demand curve, while we are moving along the same demand curve from one point to another point. 4. The quantity demanded is the amount of a good that the consumers desire to purchase at a certain price. Definitely this sentence is true, because the quantity demanded is a desired quantity by the consumer, and the consumer should have the ability to purchase or to buy that product. So we are called any quantity as a quantity demanded if we have desire to buy this product and we have the ability to purchase or buying this product. So the quantity demanded should be a desired quantity, plus the consumer should have the ability to pay for this product. Number 5, if the price of complement falls, there is a movement down along the demand curve. This sentence is false, because when the price of complements falls, the whole demand curve would shift rightward or upward, indicating that the demand for the main product, which is X, would increase. While when the price of the same product decreases, in this case, there is a movement down along the demand curve. But in our case, when the price of complements falls or decreases, the whole demand curve would shift rightward or upward. Number 6. There is a movement down along the demand curve if the price of good increases. This sentence is false. Why? We know that when the price of a good increases, the quantity demanded for that good decreases, and we are moved along the same demand curve. In this case, when the price of good increases, say from £1 to £2, in this case we are moving from point A to point B, and the quantity demanded would decreases from 18 units to 16 units. Thereby, there would be a movement up, not down, along the demand curve. So the correction of this sentence is that there is movement down along the demand curve if the price of the good decreases or falls down. We can say it in another way. There is a movement up along the demand curve if the price of the good increases. Number 7. Movement from point C to point A reflects a rise in the price of substitutes. This sentence is true. When the price of substitutes increases, the consumer will shift their consumption to product X. In this case, the demand for the main product would increase when the price of the substitutes increases. In this case, the whole demand curve would shift from D1 to D2. So the consumption of X would increase. You know that a substitute is a product that satisfy the same needs or the same wants. So when the price of the substitutes increase, we decrease the consumption of the substitutes and increase the consumption of our main products. So when the price of substitutes increase or rises, the demand for X would increase, and this is shown graphically by shifting in the demand curve to the right, or we have upward shift in the demand curve from D1 to D2. Number 8. Movement from point E to point B reflects a reduction in the price of complements. This sentence is false. Why? Because point E and point B are points located on the same demand curve, D2. So, movement from point E to point B indicating that the quantity demanded for X increases as a result of decreases of the price of X. So when the price of X decreases, the quantity demanded for X increases, and we are moving along the same demand curve from point E to point B. That's why this sentence is false.